name of the cross, women were raped and murdered. Children were put to the sword, and it is said that blood ran in the streets knee-high to the horses. 20 years after Jerusalem was taken, the Dome of the Rock was seized by a group of warrior monks calling themselves the Knights of the Temple of Solomon, or more simply, the Knights Templars. In 1307, King Philippe of France arrested them for charges of denial of Christ, homosexuality, and idol worship, as well as magic. Pope Clement V declared all Templars as heretics to Christianity, ordering all their properties to be seized. The Templars were cornered, and just when it seemed they were finished forever, a glimmer of hope arose from a seemingly certain end. They were to find a safe haven as well as an ally. But not in France. In fact, in a country in a desperate struggle for independence against the English. The country of Scotland. For some, Scotland's hope of independence had died with the death of William Wallace. However, to the King of Scotland, Robert the Bruce, the arrival of the Templars gave him a new secret weapon. Their experience, gained over 200 years of fighting the mighty armies of Islam, had made them expert in combat and warfare, and more than a match for any army brought before them. In 1314, the Templars, allied with Robert the Bruce and his army, took to the fields of Bannockburn in the long-awaited showdown with the English. Robert the Bruce's foresight paid off. The 25,000-strong English army suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of only 6,500 men. The dream of an independent Scotland had finally been achieved. The Templars had brought themselves back from the brink of destruction, and never again would they allow themselves to be destroyed. This time, they would control the country by controlling its kings. And in order to preserve their secret order, the Templars would have to die, or more precisely, their name would have to die. Their descendants became the true power of Scotland. In 1603, the death of Queen Elizabeth I left England without an heir to the throne. By virtue of descent, King James V of Scotland became King of England. In doing so, Scotland and England joined to form a new kingdom, and the power that the Templars held over Scotland spread to give them a firm grip on the whole of Great Britain. All the time they were planning, regrouping, and infiltrating positions of power in all corners of the kingdom. They had grown in both number and strength, and were now ready to coin a new identity, free from their reputation of the past, and given credibility by none other than the monarchy and aristocracy of England. And the name they chose for themselves was a name that would be known by many, but understood by a few. This new name, the Freemason.
1389. A boy is baptized into a medieval world. He was not of noble birth. He was the son of a local merchant. His name was Cosimo de' Medici. From humble beginnings, his dynasty would seek power and influence, and not stop until they secured the papacy itself. Theirs was a world where power came at a price. Intrigue, murder, assassination, and war. The city of Florence was also a cauldron of creativity. and for the greater glory of the family, the Medici would protect and pay for the greatest artists and thinkers of their age. Michelangelo, Brunelleschi, Botticelli, Leonardo, Galileo. Rinascimento, Rebirth, Renaissance. Behind it stood the Medici, godfathers of the Renaissance.
Anda lihat sendiri, para arsitek abad pencerahan Eropa seperti Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Galileo adalah anak asuh sang godfather the Medici. Dari situlah lahir istilah Freemason, tukang batu yang berpikiran bebas.